In a tragic and shocking development, federal authorities have identified the perpetrator behind Saturday's deadly explosion at the American Reproductive Centers, a prominent fertility clinic in Palm Springs, as 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkus. A resident of Twentynine Palms, California, Bartkus carried out what federal investigators have classified as an intentional act of terrorism, leaving 5 individuals injured and himself dead at the scene. The bombing, which occurred shortly before 11 a.m. near North Indian Canyon Drive and East Tachevah Drive, sent shockwaves through the quiet Palm Springs community. The blast was powerful enough to cause widespread damage to nearby buildings and vehicles, and prompted an immediate emergency response from federal and local agencies. Authorities uncovered an audio manifesto, recorded by Bartkus before the attack, which offers deeply disturbing insights into his motivations. In this manifesto, Bartkus espoused a pro-mortalist worldview, a radical philosophical stance opposing procreation on ethical grounds. He framed life itself as an imposition, one to which no one consents, and compared birth to a violation of personal autonomy. His statement read, in part, "I'm very against /IVF, it's extremely wrong. These are people who are having kids after they've sat there and thought about it. How much more stupid can it get?" This sentiment reveals Bartkus's fundamental objection to in vitro fertilization, IVF, the very procedure offered at the American Reproductive Centers. He saw IVF not merely as a medical procedure, but as a symbol of deliberate human creation, which he considered the pinnacle of irresponsibility and moral failure. The FBI, in partnership with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, has taken the lead on the investigation. A tripod-mounted camera discovered at the scene suggests that Bartkus may have intended to live-stream the bombing, further highlighting the calculated and theatrical nature of his actions. Authorities are currently analyzing the device, seeking to recover any digital evidence that might shed further light on his state of mind, timeline, or communications. At a Saturday afternoon press briefing, an FBI spokesperson emphasized the gravity of the situation. "Make no mistake, this was an intentional act of terrorism." Federal agents also executed a search warrant at Bartkus's residence on Adobe Road in Twentynine Palms. He shared the home with 63-year-old Diane Bartkus, believed to be either his mother or grandmother. No information has yet been released regarding whether Diane Bartkus had any knowledge of her relatives' plans. One of the most challenging aspects of this case, according to authorities, is the absence of a known social media presence for Bartkus. This void complicates efforts to track ideological affiliations, communication patterns, or connections to extremist groups. Unlike other domestic terrorists who often leave digital footprints across forums, social platforms, or encrypted messaging apps, Bartkus appears to have taken steps to remain largely invisible online, making it more difficult for investigators to determine if he was influenced by or affiliated with any larger movements. California Governor Gavin Newsom was promptly briefed on the incident. His office released a statement confirming that the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services, CalOES, is coordinating closely with federal and local agencies to ensure the integrity of the investigation and the safety of the public. "We are doing everything we can to assist the investigation," the statement read, "and we extend our thoughts to all those affected." The American Reproductive Centers, operated by Dr. Maher Abdallah, sustained substantial damage in the explosion, particularly to its consultation and administrative areas. Fortunately, the clinic's IVF lab, which houses sensitive medical equipment and stores embryos and gametes in cryogenic tanks, was not affected. "Thank God today happened to be a day that we have no patience," Dr. Abdallah told the Associated Press. "I really have no clue what happened." The physical damage, however, extends beyond the walls of the clinic. Initial witness photographs and videos, rapidly circulated on social media and reviewed by news outlets, depict shattered windows across several buildings and a vehicle that appeared to be either the source or a casualty of the explosion. Officials have not yet confirmed whether the car was instrumental to the detonation or merely caught in the blast radius. Witnesses from the surrounding neighborhood reported a loud boom, with some feeling the tremor from several blocks away. Emergency crews, including fire personnel, bomb squads, and paramedics, flooded the scene within minutes. Roads in the area remain closed as investigators process the site for clues, debris, and structural vulnerabilities.